all dads and girls will know this. I have a son and I have a princess, and she's the most determined, strongest woman I ever met. Where's her mum? So an incredible fighter, an incredibly strong-willed. What did I use the word? Yeah, I'm going to use the word bossy. Individual I've ever met anywhere in the world, and she said to us when she finished university, she said, "I'm moving to Manchester." We thought, okay, so to give you some idea, we come from a place that has 2 pubs, 1 fish and chip shop, and an Indian restaurant, and she decided she's off to Manchester. She's the biggest supporter of your city that you'll ever meet, and your city has taken care of her so much. She's been made welcome, she's been befriended by you all, she's been nurtured, she's gone on to build a very successful career, and she's met the man of her dreams. So it's been a tough 2 weeks for Manchester, but thank you very much for taking care of my little girl. Right, so before she went to Manchester, she had a thing for a Dave. So how it worked was her first 2 boyfriends were called Dave, and you can see my daughter. I know all dads are biased, but that's my daughter. So there were a couple of Daves. I think you know what I'm saying. And they came, they went, and I thought, I can't be arsed bothering them to learn their names. So I called them all Dave. And when I say them all, I mean, I'm sort of giving the wrong impression. We're not. We might be talking double digits, but we're not really. There were Daves. And then she moved to Manchester and she said, "Oh, you should come up there. There's a guy I want you to meet." And I sort of came up to Manchester, and Mr. Chatty there, I meet him, and he says, "Hello, are you all right?" And I thought, is that it? Is that all we're getting? And then, over time, and she sort of said, "This is Cam." I thought, and over time I said to him, "So you still work at the bar, Cam?" He said, "No." Internet. I thought, and then about a year ago, he said to me, "How's it going?" I said, "Oh, Christ, calm down." He got absolutely carried away. It was like a torrent of, "Hello, how are you?" But it became very apparent, very early on, that Hannah this was her man, and nothing was gonna, and her mum Tracy said exactly the same. She had met her soulmate. Now, we've all had a lot of pie, we've had a lot to drink, we've had a lot of stuff, but you can't fail but to look at them and think, come on, they are the happiest 2 people in the world today, anywhere, and that's them every day. So it was very obvious that I probably had to learn his name. And so he stopped being Dave Digit and became Cam. And then finally I worked out his name was Cameron. And Hannah's probably a bit pissed off because I keep calling her Mrs. Fielding. The reason is I never knew his surname, so I've had to spend the whole day trying to remember what my daughter's second name is now. But the one thing I would say about the 2 of them is, if you want to see like a unit and a steely determination and I think their love for each other shines like a beacon. But they are a complete. There is nothing missing there. They've done all of this themselves, and do you know what? I don't think the 2 of them would want it any other way. They are absolutely the perfect couple. And so I'm going to get off there before I cry a bit more. Thank you very much.